assumed about reality that were necessary to making sense of reality. And then the question that naturally arises is, well, can we trust those assumptions? How do we know that nature is uniform? How do we know that all events have causes? How do we know that the way our minds spatially order, that our perceptual apparatus and the assumptions that are embedded in our minds to make sense of sensory data how do we know that those assumptions that our minds are making match reality? And so this is the whole question of the reliability of the human mind. And it was a philosopher that I encountered in university presented the case that it was theism that could uniquely answer that question. If our minds had been made by a benevolent creator who made our minds to know the world that he made, then we could have confidence in our ability to know the world. And this, I found later, was one of the assumptions of the scientific revolution. It was called the idea of intelligibility, that we can do science because this was the assumption of the early scientists. Our minds are made in the image of an intelligent and rational creator. Therefore, he's endowed us with rationality, and we can understand, therefore, the rational structure that he built into the world, which we depict with our descriptions of the laws of nature, our understanding of the design of nature. And so there was a principle of correspondence between the rationality built into the world and the rationality we had to understand the world and its rational structure. And so it seemed to me that theism, and particularly Judeo-Christian theism, which is this idea of our minds being made in the image of the Creator, provided an answer to what is now called the postmodern turn in philosophy, the worry about our ability to know the world and wondering if we are all kind of trapped in a isolating sense of subjectivity. So these were the weird, strange thoughts I was having more in college. But this really convinced me that this to me was a very compelling argument for theism, that theism alone could ground our ability to know. We all lived as though we knew things,